Hello Year 11, Miss Tinkle here, and I would like to run through with you the arrangements for this year's Maths GCSE assessments. As you know, exams have been cancelled this year and they are being replaced with teacher assessed grades. The grades have to be evidence based, and here's a summary of the guidance on awarding grades for this year. Teachers can use a range of evidence to make a judgment of the grade they are performing at. Students should only be assessed on what they have been taught, ensuring sufficient coverage of the curriculum to enable progression. When determining the grade, teachers should reflect the standard at which a student is performing at now and not their potential. Teachers should use the time remaining to balance continued teaching with any assessments they want to undertake. Work done at home can be included as evidence to support a teacher's judgment if it cannot be produced in the school or college environment because of the pandemic, and where teachers are confident that it is students' own work. Teachers can use evidence to determine grades from across the duration of the student's course. We recommend the following range of evidence is used where available. Student work produced in response to assessment materials provided by the exam board, including groups of questions, past papers, or similar materials such as practice or sample papers. Student work produced in centre-devised tasks that reflect the specification, that follow the same format as exam board materials, and have been marked in a way that reflects exam board mark schemes. This can include substantial class or homework, including those that took place during remote learning, internal tests taken by pupils, mock exams taken over the course of the study. The biggest weighting for evidence is going to come from you sitting exam-style papers in exam conditions. You have already sat mock papers 1 and paper 2 in December, and you'll be completing the third and final paper on Thursday the 25th and Friday the 26th of March in your classrooms during your normal timetable lessons under exam conditions. Our next biggest set of evidence is going to come from mini assessments. Mini assessments are taken from exam paper material and they will be 45 minutes long. For those with the extra 25% exam concession time, you will have 56 minutes. If you have a reading pen, you will have this with you already. Please ensure you fully charge the pen every Wednesday night to ensure it's fully working on Thursdays during your assessment days. The assessments will take place in your usual math lessons and classrooms. They will be every Thursday, and we are launching our mini assessment period today. We have divided the assessment material into 6 manageable assessments where you will know the topics covered in each assessment. You will then begin to revise and work towards each mini assessment each week. The first mini assessment will begin on Thursday the 1st of April and will be every Thursday after that whilst you're in school until the final one on Thursday the 20th of May. Here is a calendar. We have 67 days in total remaining, including non-school days, until the last day of term for where we'll be running the mini assessments. So make every day count. Please find the mini assessment revision booklet your teacher has handed you today. In here you will see your assessment schedule. You'll need to copy this into your planner. So the first page has your mini assessment schedule. Ensure you put all these dates into your diary. And remember, from the 1st of April, every single Thursday you're in school for until Thursday the 20th of May will be the maths assessment day. So on this screen in front of you, you will see the first set of topics to revise. Your first mini assessment is called Paper 1A. You can complete revision by watching MathsWatch videos. We've put the MathsWatch clips next to the topics. You can also complete interactive questions. So let's have a little look at MathsWatch now. So when you log into MathsWatch, you need to go to the Videos tab at the top. Ensure the qualification says GCSE, and then you can search the topic number in here. Here's an example of one. Click on the topic. You can then watch the Maths Watch video and you can try some interactive questions. You can complete the standard questions and try as many of the harder questions as possible. You can tell the difficulty of the questions by this little cup here. The 48% means 48% of pupils got this question correct. If you can use a calculator, it will have a tick next to it. If not, it will have a red cross. Your teacher will also be setting you homework to do in preparation for each mini assessment, so ensure you're also doing this. So continuing through the booklet, you can see there are 6 mini assessments and topics covered in each one. The assessments have been labelled 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A and 3B. So you can clearly match the dates with the correct assessment. If you're not sure, please do ask your teacher for further guidance. Make sure you're revising the correct topics for the correct mini assessment. The booklet does go through in order to ensure you get the right topics. It might also be a good idea if each time you complete a mini assessment, you completely cross out the page of topics to ensure you're not revising the wrong ones. If you miss an assessment, you will be required to attend a catch-up session after school. Your teacher will book you into this. Your teacher will mark each assessment. However, we will not be telling you the grade for each mini assessment, as there will need to be a thorough moderation process. Due to the pandemic and following government guidelines, we are applying a more generous grade boundary than the 2019 cohort. But we need to ensure this is not overly generous. We need to ensure we are consistent and fair with the rest of the country, and that you receive the grade which is a true and fair reflection on the grade you are working at now, taking into account the disadvantages you have faced during the pandemic. Please do not ask your teachers for the grade on the mini assessments. They cannot share this with you. You will be given a formula sheet during the assessment. Familiarise yourself with the formula sheet. You will find your one at the end of the revision booklet. There is a different one for the higher and foundation paper, so make sure you have the correct revision guide and the correct formula sheet. Your teacher has given you an evidence summary sheet. Please fill in details at the top when your teacher directs you to do so. You have also been given a zippy wallet where all your mini assessments and other evidence will go. This has to remain in school. You cannot take it home with you. This is where your teacher will record your grades as well as holding them electronically, so we have a central place for your mock papers and your grades to all be moderated, and should we be required to send these off to the exam boards, it will all be located in one place. Although the biggest factor of the teacher assessment grades will be based on the mock, we also need to carefully consider a range of evidence. We will be looking at work you have produced at home in lockdown, work produced on MyMath, Maths Watch, Method Maths and written tasks, as well as work produced in school, your classwork, your bookwork, any graded worksheets and other worksheets your teachers have set you. Your teacher wants to be able to award you the very best grade you deserve and have shown you are working towards now. It cannot be a predicted grade or a grade which reflects your potential. It must all be based on work you have produced. You have all worked really hard over lockdown and throughout your GCSE course. You're on the final straight now. You need to revise hard for each of the mini assessments. You need to complete all the work your teacher tells you to, so that on results day, you will be rewarded with a grade you can be proud of and reflects your hard work and your dedication. Remember, we are all here for you to support you, but you have to put the hard work in and you have to provide the evidence. Any questions, please do not hesitate to speak to me or ask your teachers for any further guidance and support. Thanks a lot, Year 11, and good luck with all your mini assessments and other subjects. Thanks, goodbye for now.